Thank you, folks. Thank you, folks. We're back. And last week, if you remember, before we broke, we were talking about domestication. And basically, that has been also your platform because you say it is pragmatic domestication. We're going to go into that. But before I ask this question, Honorable, with all this fire, with all these ideas that you're coming up with, you know, pragmatic ideas that you believe that this is the path Ghana should be on. Are you sure we have seen the last of you? Like, you know, that we are now sitting back now to help where possible? Or are we going to see another emergence of, should I say, the showdown man?
Thank you very much. I think at the moment what I'm doing is I have to promote my business so that I can create more employment for the youth of this country. So I will devote more time on my business. It doesn't mean I'm not going to do politics. Even if you are doing politics, you still need money. This time, everything is money. So if you don't work, how will you get the money if you know? I don't want to be a contestant where I'll be going everywhere begging. I have to make sure I have the seed money for whatever I'm doing so that people will look at what I have done or I'm doing and have confidence to also contribute. And if you can do that, then it's all business. So currently, I mean, I have a peace of mind, you know, to do my business. Just that is also setting me thinking, because I'm aspiring to get to, you know, higher in life. And when you go to meetings and you hear people speaking, investors, then it's like in a blind man's world, one-eyed man is a king. Agyapong is here, everywhere you go, Agyapong. When you go to big meetings, the people, the minds, and the ideas that they have, Agyapong, you are just a small fry. So I come back, it sets me thinking, how am I going to get there? And that's how I dream big, you know, and challenge myself. So currently, I want to concentrate on my business. It doesn't mean I'm not going to campaign. I will be there. But it's not the same as you being the candidate and going around everywhere. And you see, I don't want to be seen undermining the vice president. What some people propose, if I do, I disagree with them, because if I do that, I'll be undermining the vice president.
What are they proposing?
Like go and say this, go and do that, go independent. No, I won't do it. You know. But like I said last week, said man shall not live by bread alone. So it's business. And that is how, you know, during the campaign, I mentioned Asia Miracle. I'll use Asia Miracle to change this country. You see, independence. Check the time Korea had independence. Check the time Malaysia had independence, Singapore and Ghana, Nigeria, and position them. And you see where we are. You know, so I think time is not on our side. We got to catch up. And there should be no break. Anybody, the speed at which we have to go to develop, anybody who is not ready to fall in line should be left behind. Because that's the only way we can move this country. Now, Asia Miracle. What is Asia Miracle? Korea. They identified some businesses and promoted them. And that is why they are doing well. What they did was that they instilled discipline in those industries. If they give you, for instance, a grant of, say, $10 million for your company, You tell them, in the next 6 months, I'll import these machines into this country and fix them. It's written. 6 months, they'll be there to check if indeed you've imported the equipment and installed them. Any excuse, they give you, oh, another 3 months, I'll be done. When they come and you have not done what you said or agreed with, they take the business from you. It's discipline. It's not whom you know. When you go to Exim Bank and all these, go and check the number of people. I'm not afraid of them. I have to speak the truth because it's Ghana. Go and check those who got the Exim Bank loans. Go and check. I won't say anything. Go and check. Did they give the loans based on competence or relations? And it's not only Exim Bank. All other facilities that, they should be able to help industries to sustain. They look at faces and party affiliations. I disagree with that because NDC man can have, ideas, creative mind, and create a business. He will employ Ghanaians. Even if he employs 100%, which is not possible, to employ 100% NDC people in your company, still they are Ghanaians. If MPP employs 100 MPP people, still they are Ghanaians. So we need to promote Ghanaian businesses. That's the only way we can develop this country. A country where foreigners have shown us the way, foreign investments have shown us the way that, look, Ghana is not poor. You have Chinese, and politicians are talking, oh, a Chinese man has built 100,000 liters a day, whatever. He's being supported by Chinese government. He has built a steel plant, Sancho. He has built a ceramic and being supported by Chinese government. What is your government doing? What is your government doing? And I can give you a typical example of development bank that they created. They have failed. Failed in the sense that you took a grant or a loan to disburse it at 8%. The 8% could have gone directly to the industries, the managers, the owners of the businesses. Meanwhile, they didn't want responsibility or a burden of chasing people for it. So they didn't want to take risk, in short. Now they gave the loans to commercial banks to disburse at 10% interest, which means they have a margin of 2%. Now, the moment the commercial banks take it, 10%, they have to ensure that they also get their profit to enable them pay the 10%. So it goes up by 12 or 14. So the gap from 8 to 14 is 6%. So how are you going to compete? A Ghanaian company going to compete with an Indian company who takes a loan of 3% or with interest of 3% or 5%, and you are taking in dollar term 14%. So right there, a Ghanaian is out. 3 days ago, I saw a gentleman who came and was owing the bank. When he brought it and I read it, my brother, he's paying 32.58%. And I asked him, what is wrong with you to go and take this kind of money? Yesterday, another guy brought this. He took a loan of 1.8. And he has paid the 1.8, but the interest has accumulated to about 3.7. The first guy owes Car Bank about 6.6 million with a loan of 1.6 million that he took. And there was a breakdown. I checked every month, 450,000 interest, 400,000 interest. Brother, that is not how Asia developed. That is why I said Asia miracle. What they did right, that now the world is moving towards Asia, not America, not Europe. Because the Asian countries, there are competition. Malaysia came here for palm, And today, we import oil from Malaysia. My brother, what is wrong with us? Check the dates that they all had independence. And we say we are star of Africa. We are mouthing on Asian platitudes. Let's get this out and move the country. Pragmatic approach with action, with the youth in mind. We have directors and senior members of the agencies who are behaving like Methuselah. They don't accept young men coming in with contributions. We have to open up with new ideas. These young men, the technology. Our time, people say that, how do you memorize numbers like that? Because we're doing mental. We are not allowed to take math set to exams room. This time, computer sitting there. Their time is different. We have to accept it and embrace the youth of this country to move the country. This is what I stand for. I am for the youth. And look, there's a lady waiting for me. Last year, March, she put in an application, went for interview. My brother, the way this young girl is harassing me, after here, I'm taking her to where she did the interview. She has no job. Meanwhile, I have 7 daughters who finished university in America. And the very day they finished, their job is ready. So I feel so guilty. My girls are doing well in America, and a politician with a loud mouth here, I'm not able to create job opportunities for the youth. That is my challenge. And I think the way we can handle this or change this country to create job opportunities for the youth is to adopt the Asia miracle with discipline, honesty, patriotism.
And on that note, let's take a commercial break. And when we come back, I'm very interested in this adoption of the Asian miracle with honesty, patriotism, and is that possible here? When we come back, we'll ask that question. Stick around, we'll be right back.
The foundation of every kid's education is important to every parent. That is why Root International School is here to give your kids a solid foundation. The school that cares about its environment and seeks to transform it is one that cares about the education and well-being of its kids. The school has a playing ground, a bus to convey the kids in and out of school, as well as a well-furnished facilities and resources to give the kids to future leaders. Not forgetting the well-learned teachers that are patient with the kids to ensure understanding is easy. We are located at Amanfin off the Popasi Amasamango. For more information, call 0246 928 031 or 0246 098 067. Be part of a school that leads, learns, evolves, acts, and develops through sound education. Root International School, the next leaders.
Ghana's best kept secret. It's an open secret. So serene, so heavenly. And the meals? Just like home cooking. Cactus Creek. Your soul will thank you. You are always welcome home. Call or WhatsApp 055-039-5007.
Most of you are loving my jacket. Mr. Sao, I am if a rough. The jacket is provided by Asepa Essentials. So if you want some, this is the number to call.
0247 661983.
So call Asepa and get yourself a pretty decent jacket. We're back, and we're doing something very, very crucial, Ben. And fortunately, this is our Independence edition of the show. And we've been listening to Honorable. Honorable, you've been talking about things, domestication, pragmatism, that whole list of things. My question is this. We always talk about these things. And you also said that we talk about it a lot, but we are all book, and the theory. How do we go through the transition that we become more pragmatic, more on the ground, and so that we can, when we talk about discipline, integrity and everything, we can apply that here too? Because trust me, you did say though, maybe when MPP or NDC is in power, you realize that they will pick winners and pick those that conform with their party beliefs and not necessarily those that are competent. So where do we go from here? Are we stuck with this over-particization of everything?
My brother, it's very simple. My answer to your question is that I believe that what any man has done on it, we Ghanaians, we can do it too. Therefore, the story of Singapore was part of Malaysia. They cut it off, thinking they were what? Garbage, underdogs, whatever. And Lee Kuan Yew took over with discipline, strong, fixed hands. What has Singapore become? Singapore is better than Malaysia in terms of the economy and the beauty of the countries. The stone that was rejected became the cornerstone of the builder. See how they rejected Singapore, and Lee Kuan Yew turned it around. Come to Africa. Rwanda came out of war about 12 or something years ago. War. And now Ghanaians, we are not ashamed to refer to Rwanda, Kagame, when you go there. It's all because of discipline. Okay? Strong-hearted person who loves his country, who is honest, who is patriotic, that will say that this is the way Ghanaians will go. Look, I'm telling you, the situation we are in now, Ghanaians don't need change. Change needs Ghanaians.
Repeat that, please. So, and Ghanaians don't need change.
Ghanaians don't need change.
Change needs
Change
Ghanaians.
needs us. It means that we've gone past change. The situation is worse. That the change itself now is saying that please come and let me change you. Yes. And when we talk to people, they all admit that we need change. Let me give you one example yesterday. My senior brother from my constituency, who was a bishop in the Ghana Armed Forces, came to me, talking to me, take your time, this and that, your time will come. And I told them, Bishop, you know what? You, all of you are part of the problem. I am part of the problem. You are part of the problem. You don't want anybody to crack the whip. Oh, leave it to God. Oh, nyamibeye. The person has made a mistake. You need to punish him, to correct him, or to serve as a deterrent. Ghanaians will come back. You have a priest coming to beg. You have a chief coming to beg. You have your relatives coming to beg. Did anybody beg Lee Kuan Yew? Did anybody beg Kagame that they are doing well? So we are all part of the problem, Bishop. You are coming here. I have to reciprocate action. Whatever happened in Parliament, I reciprocated action. And you see, you journalists, some of you are part of the problem. Some journalists in this country are so corrupt that nobody is bold to tell them. You sit here, when you take money, then you will say, Solly. Solly has go to the whole world and see if any journalist takes money and says Solly. You will say solidarity. It's bribe. The Solly you take, it depends on the amount of money that I'll give you that you write a good about me. It's wrong. We are all partners. We want to change the system. And you are taking solid to go and do your publication. Then you come back and criticize politicians that he's corrupt. Please, we are all part of the problem. If journalists stop taking bribe as Solly, if politicians stop taking bribe, if pastors, whatever, chiefs will stop pleading on behalf of people that have made mistakes, we can move this country. The Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself. Therefore, any worker in this country, if you love this country, you will not steal state funds. If you love this country, you will not embezzle state funds. If you are honest, you are not going to embezzle state funds. If you are disciplined, when they say 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, not 10. It is only in Ghana here that when the time is 8 o'clock, they come at 10. And you go and pray the next day. Please, we all have to change our mindset. If we want to move this country, we have been endowed with a lot of resources, but the managers of the resources, the problem. You see, Indians, Lebanese, Turkish, Chinese, British, they have shown us the way that Ghana, we are not poor. What are we doing as citizens of this country to take our destiny into our own hands, to stop begging people for our survival?
Why do you think Ghanaians have the mindset that we call it the poverty mentality in a way? You know, like we declared HIPIC, highly indebted poor country. We say we're HIPIC. During the days that we were HIPIC, we had Lebanese, Indians, foreigners here making money, making profits. But Ghanaians were highly indebted. So what is causing the Ghanaian?
Let me give you, I won't let you land. The answer is simple.
Yeah.
First of all, we are naturally bombarded.
Ghanaians are bombarded.
Yeah, we are naturally bombarded. You like to take it or leave it. I'll tell you the gospel truth. Why are we, I expect you to ask me, why are we naturally bombarded? Why is it that an Indian will employ a Ghanaian and he will work to the best of his ability? But if a Ghanaian employs a Ghanaian, he will undermine my business to collapse. Look, the managerial sector in this country, the level of dishonesty, that is why Ghanaian businesses are not doing well. Now, watch the foreigners. When you go to Palace, for instance, what hurts my soul is that I went to Germany to wash plates. I went to America to drive taxi, gas station, and I come to my own country. The only thing for my citizens to do is menial jobs. When you go to Palace, you see the black people, the Ghanaians, cashiers, cleaning, and all those things. And you see Lebanese standing there watching because of his experience. The first time that they employ Ghanaians, they dupe them. They nearly collapse their business. So now, they said, no. With good managers, Ghana is a place to do business. So let me go and bring my own people. Now he's brought Lebanese as managers. Their businesses are flourishing. What it means is that Ghanaians, we have lost that managerial positions. Okay? Because the foreigners have taken over. All because of dishonesty. All because of indiscipline. When Kwabena died, I felt sorry. I just said to my son that they should create a sick bay. A nurse. Those are the people I want to help. A nurse who cannot get a job came to my job and asked my son to be a cleaner. So when he was taking her around, that is when he met Kwabena Kwachi and he fell on him and, he couldn't survive. So telling me the story, I said, listen, you have to create a sick bay. How can a nurse, their school fees is more than the university graduates. And now she's going to be a cleaner. Create a sick bay with what happened. Because he told me that the girl tested Kwabena's pulse and started giving CPR. So I just said, we need this. We have a lot of space. Let's get a sick bay and put the nurse on the premises. You see, but it is our own fault, our mindset. It is KSM. Let's destroy it. If it's Obroni, and it stems from our culture. When we were growing up, there was a story that, if you are going to church on Sunday and you see a white man, you have seen Jesus Christ. So go back home.
Yeah.
It's an impact on our thinking that a white man today, Ghanaians feel white man is superior.
Yeah.
So we need to change the mindset. We need to be patriotic. We need to be honest. We need to be disciplined. And we have to challenge ourselves and say that we are going to make Ghana a better place. Go to British High Commission and see the number of Ghanaians going for visas. Why is it that all these youth are redundant here, but they go elsewhere and they have opportunities? That is my dilemma. That is why I decided to contest. And nothing will stop me. But first things first. I didn't win. I have to concentrate on business, but never say never. Maybe another opportunity will come. Another opportunity will come.
Yeah.
So, my brother, Ghana, with good leaders, bold leaders, charismatic leaders, selfless leaders, honest leaders, we can move this country.
So is it the case that since independence, we haven't had good leaders, selfless leaders?
I believe in Kwame Nkrumah, although I'm UP. Read my lips. You can say it till the next day. I believe in Nkrumah. You see, they did a lot of propaganda.
Yeah.
And looking at what Ghanaians are behaving, our behavior today, we needed Nkrumah that time.
Yeah.
You can hang me. I still stand by what I'm saying. Driving from here, this afternoon I'll be going to Tema, motorway. Let's say a big thank you to President Akufo-Addo, who is expanding it. It's a little bit too late that when this road is done, he will not be there, and NDC or MPP, nobody will give him credit. They won't. But so many years, motorway, it is only Akufo-Addo who is now expanding it. Akosombo testers, just everything that Kwame Nkrumah did for this country, he was over 200 years ahead of his peers or time. I know where the criticisms will come from, but that is me. I'm not a young man anymore. I'm going to be 64 years. I've done my analysis, my studies, and he is a great man. No doubt about it. We have to emulate him. Okay? And we have to have that drive and dream big, think big, do things big. We tend to give positions to myopic thinkers. Yeah. The people that you appoint them don't even know how to make money themselves. How can they make money for the government? That's the problem we have in this country.
Yeah.
And when Agyapong says this, they say, hey, he's a big mouth. He's destroying this, he's destroying that. But one day, posterity will judge us that there was one man who single-handedly fought for the country. I put my life on it, threats here and there, but I don't care. We got to live. You see, everywhere I go, Ken, Honorable Ken, show down, this and that. The moment I step out of this country, who cares about Agyapong? That alone tells me that I have to make Ghana a better place for me to live. That is where they appreciate me. I go to America, they don't care about you. UK, they don't care about you. Europe, they don't care about you. After this program, let's walk, and you see the number of people that will call me. I'm not swollen-headed, but it tells me, it gives me a challenge that you cannot make America your home, Europe your home, but Ghana. That is why I will continue to criticize the wrongs in society. And I really don't care. Once I know I'm speaking the truth.
Speaking of criticizing the wrongs in society, you have actually criticized your party to an extent that people believe that you didn't have any moral authority to want to lead that party that you have condemned. There was one quotation, if I may borrow your own words, say MPP. You know,
it's good you brought this up.
Yeah.
You know, let me tell you, if there will be war in this country, it will be started by journalists. If there's war going to be in this country, it will be by journalists. Now look and check the history of Rwanda. A comment that a journalist made. And within 48 hours, 800,000 people died. What you've just said, let me tell you the story. And those who want to be diabolic will take that portion and say, oh, Agyapong has insulted them. Yes, I did. I stand by it. I stand by it and read my lips. I'm not afraid of anybody. I said it. Now let me tell you. I went to Adom FM morning program with Kwanzaa. He was the regional minister for Central Region. I went there, it was all over. When I was going to that studio, it was all over. That Honorable Safu Mafu has gone to say certain things that, you know. How did people get to know? Eastern Region, he was talking to Eastern Region MPP. And they recorded him. He was trying to give them the history, whether is the right thing he said or not, or is the truth, that one. So whatever he said, our own people recorded Safumafu. Then they gave it to NBC radio stations, and they were playing it all over. So I got to the studio, they played the full tape. I said, what? So Safumafu was talking to MPP people, and you recorded him, put it on national television, radio. Mazara, what do you mean answer? What do you mean answer? And you know, what people are afraid to say, I say it, and later I'm vindicated. You know that statement Honorable Safumafu made, and they brought it out, created the problem between Achims and Ashantis. Those who were at the meeting and recorded it and gave it to radio stations to play, what was their motive? What was their motive? So Agyapong, who is saying that if you go to a meeting that we all have to, is an internal thing, then you take it out there to create confusion in the MPP party between Achims and Ashanti. And I say, Jimmy, you go and play that portion, leaving the whole details, just because you want to be diabolic. You want to be diabolic. Me I'm kind. Me can Agyapong I'm kind. You know, Auntie Amabuzia, may her soul rest in peace. I went to meet the Council of Elders, and she played that way. And when I say MPP for him, now I say play the full tape. I said that is all I have. So you see, they have deceived you. Even that, I made reference to President Akufo-Addo's meeting. It was 8 minutes. I spoke 8 minutes, and they took seconds to destroy Agyapong. So you journalists, you are part of the problem in this country. You peddle lies, you sensationalize things, you don't tell the truth, all because you want to destroy Agyapong. I'm sorry. Posterity will judge all of us. You know, when they listen to the tape, and they say, oh, no, this one, we have done a disservice to you. In fact, Mr. Kodum Pianim even suggested that I should go on air and explain these details. They didn't have that details. And I said, you know, I've said it several times. There's a Kan proverb who says, Obia ompe wasemono, or sa wasakura no achianepa. So I don't need to go and explain anything. So I said it, but in what context? That is what some Ghanaians fail to know, because they consume information, they don't digest information. If you want to give Agyapong benefit of the doubt, I give you 4 W's as a journalist. I'm not the one, you are a seasoned journalist, and therefore I can't educate you. But I can share this with you and see the difference you are going to make in society. If they come to tell you Agyapong has said this, first, the 4 W's. When did Agyapong say this? What did he say this? Why did he say this? And what was said? If you are able to analyze these 4 W's, you will not be stereotyped and you will know the truth. So when we are going to speak on this issue, you are well informed of what actually transpired to trigger the statement. But here, you sensationalize things, Kofi TV or whoever, whatever transpired in Parliament, you'll say UTV, they will say I hate a whole lot of things without knowing what actually transpired. The person has come to apologize to me. Why did he come to apologize to me? But he has apologized to me, and therefore I'm not going to explain it. I see the way journalists put it out there. I'm telling you, I'll keep saying it. The journalists, some of you use your stomach, and they are big stomach. Big stomachs, the journalists, big stomach, not physically that is big, but the taste. No money can satisfy you. So you go out there and peddle false information. They go there with arrogance. They think when they are behind the machines, the spirit that they get to lie, they have made politicians so timid. They are not bold to defend anything. They are scared. I am not. Read my lips. I'll tell you like it is. Because I also pay journalists. So I'm not afraid of any journalist in this country. We have to be bold. Okay, so if not, the way things are going, you see, we should be partners. And the truth should prevail at all times. That's the only way we can move and develop this country. We are corrupt. You are corrupt. Everybody is corrupt. Where do we go then? That is why I decided I will contest. And look, 4 years, I will change this country. 4 years, I will change this country because I will crack the whip. If I appoint you today, if I have evidence against you, I will fire you. I will not promote you. People that they tell them, oh, we're corrupt, promote you with impunity. I will not do that. I will fire you, and I don't care. You can be my wife. If you make a mistake, you are sacked. I'll disgrace you too, publicly. I'll give reason why I sacked my wife, to serve as a deterrent to others. Because we've pampered bad people in society that now they are controlling the system. Ghana is not a Ku Klux Klan. Ghana is a civilized country that we have to enshrine the word discipline.
No, that I agree with you. As you see, I was just listening and listening.
But any